Chosen ones, as we gather here today, I encourage you to embrace the stillness within. The message ahead is a sacred whisper for those who feel the weight of their calling. If your heart beats in rhythm with these words, it's a sign that you are destined for something extraordinary. Let's embark on this journey together. Chosen ones, protect this secret at all costs. Never risk revealing it. What I'm about to discuss is more than just a hidden truth. It's a key that could either elevate you to new heights or cause irreversible setbacks on your journey. Your path as a chosen one is filled with unique challenges, and some knowledge is too powerful to be shared freely. This secret isn't just something you hold, it holds you accountable. It shapes your growth, your decisions, and ultimately, your destiny. You may have felt that your role sets you apart, but there's a reason this knowledge must remain guarded. Revealing it, even to those you trust, could lead to unforeseen consequences, testing your resilience and threatening the very mission you were chosen for. Understanding why this remains hidden is essential for you to harness the full potential of your calling. The path ahead will demand wisdom, but managing this truth will be one of your greatest tests. Keep listening as we dive into what makes this secret so crucial for your development. Chosen one, if you have been guided to this channel, it's not by accident. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become a part of the official Chosen Ones family, so you never miss the divine wisdom meant to uplift and guide you on your sacred path. As a chosen one, you carry a divine calling that sets you apart, and with it comes the burden of guarding sacred truths that few can understand. There is a secret woven into your spiritual journey, a truth that must be protected at all costs, for revealing it could unravel not only your own path, but the fabric of the purpose for which you were chosen. This secret isn't just a piece of hidden knowledge, it is the understanding of who you are in God's plan, the power you carry, and the weight of that responsibility. The truth that must remain hidden is the full extent of your divine potential. To know it is to wield immense influence over your own destiny and the lives of others. But sharing this too openly, or revealing it to those unprepared, can lead to misunderstanding, distortion, or even harm. There are those who are not ready to receive such knowledge, and in sharing it, you risk the misuse of this sacred power. God has chosen you to walk a path where discretion is just as important as the revelation itself. The gift of your calling includes not only knowing the truth, but also knowing when to remain silent. This is a challenging burden to carry. There may be moments where you feel isolated, misunderstood, or even burdened by this knowledge. It's natural to seek validation, to want to share what you've discovered about your calling, your purpose, and the divine truths you've come to understand. But this yearning to share must be tempered with wisdom. Not everyone will see the world through your eyes. Revealing the depth of your spiritual insight to those who cannot yet grasp it can lead to rejection, ridicule, or even manipulation. Others may attempt to exploit the power you've been given for their own ends. Or worse, they may cast doubt on your purpose, weakening your faith and resolve. This is why the journey of a chosen one often feels like a solitary path. You may long to express the fullness of your spiritual experiences, but God asks you to protect this sacred knowledge, not for secrecy's sake, but for your protection, and for the protection of those who are not yet ready to bear the weight of it. In time, God will reveal to you the moments when sharing a piece of this truth is necessary for healing or guidance, but until then, you are called to guard it closely. The emotional challenges that arise from holding such a secret are real and profound. You may feel the weight of responsibility in ways that test your endurance, patience, and trust in God's timing. There will be days where you feel the loneliness of your path deeply, wondering why you were given this knowledge if you are not yet permitted to fully share it. In these moments, it is important to remember that God has entrusted you with this because He knows you are strong enough to carry it. Your strength is not just in knowing, but in the wisdom to discern when the world is ready to receive what you have to offer. And yet, there is also a freedom in this secret, a kind of liberation that comes from understanding your divine purpose without needing external validation. God's plan for you is already written, And while others may not fully understand your path, that does not diminish its importance. In fact, it heightens it. The very fact that you are called to protect this secret is a testament to your unique role in God's kingdom. You are being prepared for something greater, and this period of holding back, of protecting, is part of the preparation process. Another dimension to consider is that this secret is not static. It evolves as you grow in your spiritual journey. The more you walk with God, the more you understand that what you thought was the full truth is only a glimpse of the greater mysteries still to come. This is why it is essential to guard what you know, for as you deepen in wisdom, so too will the secret evolve. In this way, you are not just protecting something external. You are safeguarding your own spiritual growth. Revealing too much too soon could halt your progress, making you vulnerable to distractions, temptations, or even spiritual attacks that you are not yet equipped to handle. Emotionally, this journey demands resilience. There will be times when you question your own worth, wondering if your silence means you are not fulfilling your purpose. But remember, silence is often a tool of the wise. In holding back, you are not withholding your light. You are preserving it until it can shine most brightly, where it will illuminate the path for others without blinding them. This is a sacred responsibility, and God has chosen you precisely because He knows you have the strength to bear it. As you continue to walk this path, reflect on the gift of your calling, and remember that protecting this secret is an act of faith. Faith that God's timing is perfect, that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and that your role in His divine plan is more significant than you may yet realize. Chosen ones, the secret you are entrusted with is not just about knowledge or power. It is about the unfolding of your spiritual journey and the divine growth God is cultivating within you. This path, which you've been set upon, carries unique responsibilities, and your task of protecting this sacred truth is an integral part of that. Each challenge, every hardship, and the moments of isolation you may face are all essential pieces of the divine puzzle being laid out before you. God is preparing you not only to carry this secret, but to live it out in ways that transform both you and the world around you. As you reflect on your journey thus far, consider the ways in which your growth has been shaped by the moments of restraint, by the times when you felt the urge to reveal something but were held back by a deeper knowing that it wasn't yet time. This tension between revelation and protection is one of the central tests of your calling. It teaches you patience, discernment, and a deeper trust in God's timing. You've likely encountered situations where sharing too much too soon led to confusion or even backlash, reinforcing the importance of protecting this divine secret. This isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about nurturing the sacred work God is doing within you. Every time you choose to guard this truth, you are engaging in a spiritual discipline that strengthens your connection to God. It may feel heavy at times, and there may be moments when you question why you were chosen for this particular path. Why the burden of this secret? Why the isolation that often accompanies it? These questions are natural, and they are part of the refining process. God is not testing you to see if you'll fail. He is shaping you into someone who can carry this responsibility with wisdom, grace, and love. Protecting this secret at all costs is not merely an instruction. It's an invitation into deeper intimacy with God, who is always with you, guiding your every step. Your growth has likely been marked by moments of deep internal conflict. Perhaps you felt the pull between wanting to belong, to share, and to connect, while at the same time sensing that what you hold is too sacred for casual conversations. This conflict is not a sign of weakness. It is evidence of the spiritual weight you carry. The very tension you feel is a reflection of your spiritual sensitivity, your awareness that this knowledge requires careful stewardship. As you progress, this tension will serve as a reminder that your journey is not about seeking validation from the world, but about aligning with God's purpose. In these moments of inner struggle, remember that the secret you protect is also protecting you. There is a divine mystery at work here. By keeping this knowledge close to your heart, you are shielding yourself from the distractions, doubts, and temptations that might otherwise lead you astray. God is using this process to keep you focused on your higher calling, to prevent you from losing sight of the purpose He has laid before you. The world may try to pull you in different directions, offering shortcuts or easier paths, but the discipline of protecting this sacred truth keeps you aligned with your true purpose. This journey is also about preparing you for the times when the secret will be revealed, not all at once, but in pieces, in moments where your insight is needed to bring healing, guidance, or transformation. God will show you when the time is right to share. And when that moment comes, you will know that every moment of protection was worth it. Your spiritual growth, nurtured in the quiet spaces where you held back, will have equipped you for that moment of revelation. But until then, the act of keeping the secret is not passive. It is an active engagement with God's will, a reflection of your trust in Him. As you look inward, think of the ways God has been preparing you all along. Each lesson, each challenge has been custom designed to build your capacity to carry this secret without being overwhelmed by it. The strength you've developed in silence, the wisdom born out of restraint, and the faith that has grown in the waiting, these are all part of the larger story God is writing through you. This journey is not just about the destination, but about the shaping of your soul along the way. The emotional weight of this responsibility can feel overwhelming, and there may be moments when you wonder if you can continue. But it's in these very moments that God is nearest, offering you His strength. The burden of protecting this secret is not one you carry alone. God is your source of endurance, and in your moments of weariness, you can lean on Him. He sees your struggle, and He honors your faithfulness in guarding what He has entrusted to you. As you move forward, continue to reflect on how your journey has transformed you. The challenges you've faced have deepened your spiritual insight, and the lessons you've learned have prepared you for the road ahead. God's timing is always perfect, and as you walk this path, you are being shaped into someone who not only protects the secret, but lives in alignment with the divine purpose it holds. Chosen ones, as you've journeyed along this path, the weight of protecting this secret has likely stirred many emotions within you. You've felt its presence in your heart, a quiet but powerful reminder of the responsibility you carry. But in the midst of this spiritual calling, there are still lingering questions, uncertainties that tug at the edges of your mind, making you wonder when the moment of clarity will come. You may ask yourself, how long must I guard this secret? What is its true purpose in my life, and why does it feel so heavy at times? These questions are not uncommon, and they arise as part of your deeper reflection on this divine role. The world around you continues to move in ways that sometimes seem disconnected from the spiritual depth you experience. You see the physical signs, perhaps in relationships, in opportunities, or in moments of divine synchronicity that seem to beckon you to reveal a part of the truth you've been holding. The temptation to let go, to speak out, to reveal what has been kept hidden, can feel almost irresistible at times. After all, wouldn't sharing bring you closer to those around you? Wouldn't it validate your journey in a way that feels more tangible? Yet, something within you holds you back. It's as though a divine hand gently reminds you that the time is not yet right. You sense that revealing this truth prematurely could disrupt the delicate balance God has set in place for you. But the waiting, the holding back, leaves space for doubt. Am I making the right choice? Am I truly hearing God's voice in this moment of restraint? These questions can create tension, a kind of spiritual friction that builds as you walk through the physical world, facing challenges, receiving signs, yet still protecting what you've been asked to keep hidden. This tension is not meant to discourage you, but rather to sharpen your discernment, to test your spiritual resilience. You've already felt the outer signs that seem to invite you to reveal parts of this secret, but deep down, you know there's a greater wisdom at work. God has been preparing you for something more, something that you sense is just beyond the horizon, waiting for you to step into it fully. And yet, there remains a mystery, something not yet fully understood, something incomplete. The question persists: when will the moment arrive to share this truth? And how will you know for certain that it is time? The world around you offers its distractions, its subtle pulls that make it harder to focus on the divine guidance you're receiving. But God has not left you in the dark. This tension you feel is a sign that something greater is coming. Each moment of doubt is an opportunity to lean further into faith, to trust that there is a divine plan unfolding even if the details remain hidden for now. There are still unanswered questions, both about the secret you protect and about the nature of your own role in this divine calling. Perhaps you've noticed signs in your life that make you think you're on the verge of something monumental, yet you're unsure how to interpret them. You may wonder if you're truly prepared for what lies ahead, or if the weight of this secret will become even heavier before it lightens. The tension between what you know and what you still seek to understand creates a space of deep anticipation. This is where God is asking you to remain on the edge of revelation, where faith grows even in uncertainty. As you reflect on these questions, know that the answers are coming. God has not forgotten the path He has set before you, and He has not left you alone to navigate it. But for now, the waiting continues, the mystery deepens, and the tension builds. This is not a moment of despair, but of preparation. You are being prepared for something sacred, and the secret you've been asked to guard is key to unlocking it. Up until now, we've explored the weight of being a chosen one, the sacred responsibility of protecting a divine secret, and the tension you've felt between the urge to reveal what you hold and the call to remain silent. This journey has tested your patience and your faith, and it has likely stirred deep questions within you, questions about when the time will come to release this truth, and whether you are truly prepared for that moment. You've walked through seasons of waiting, feeling the pull of the physical world, seeing signs that seem to point toward revelation, but also sensing that God's hand is holding you back, asking you to trust His timing. The journey has been one of inner conflict, a test of discernment, and a refining of your spiritual strength. Now, we arrive at the breakthrough moment, the point where the doubts, the waiting, and the tension all begin to make sense. The secret you've been guarding is not just about withholding knowledge. It is about the transformation that must take place within you before that knowledge can be fully shared. This is the heart of the message. God has been preparing you, not only to protect this truth, but to become the embodiment of it. The secret you carry is not just something you know, it is something you are becoming. You see, the divine knowledge you hold is not separate from your own spiritual evolution. It is intertwined with your growth, your trials, and your inner transformation. God did not choose you to simply guard this secret like a passive keeper. He chose you because He knew that the very act of holding it would shape you, mold you, and elevate you into the person He needs you to be. Protecting this truth has forced you to grow in ways you couldn't have predicted, building resilience, deepening your connection to God, and sharpening your spiritual discernment. This is why the tension has been so strong. The secret itself has been working within you, pushing you to let go of the need for validation from the outside world and to trust fully in God's plan for you. The waiting wasn't wasted time, it was time necessary for you to undergo a transformation. What may have felt like a burden was actually a blessing, preparing you to step into a greater version of yourself. You are not only guarding a divine truth, you are being prepared to live it, to embody it, and to carry it forward in ways that will change the lives of others when the time is right. The breakthrough then is this: God is not asking you to hold this secret forever. He is asking you to hold it until you are ready. Ready not just to reveal it, but to live it fully. The moment of revelation will come when you have aligned your inner transformation with the truth you carry. This is why you felt the pull and the tension. It's the sign that your soul is being stretched, prepared, and refined for the next stage of your calling. The signs you've seen in the physical world, were not necessarily telling you it was time to reveal the secret. They were telling you that your transformation is underway, that you are getting closer, but there is still work being done within you. This is where the emotional power of this journey becomes clear. All the doubts, the fears, and the uncertainty you felt were never about whether you were capable or whether God had chosen the right person. They were about the process of becoming. God has been asking you to trust in His timing because He knows the depth of the transformation required. To step into the fullness of your calling, you must first become the vessel capable of carrying and revealing this truth with wisdom, grace, and love. It's not about protecting the secret for its own sake. It's about protecting your own transformation, ensuring that you are ready to carry the weight of what comes next. This leads to a deeper understanding of why the waiting has been so difficult. When God is working within you, transforming you from the inside out, it can feel like a battle between who you are and who you are becoming. You've felt the pull between the spiritual and the physical, between the urge to act and the call to wait. But in this tension lies the beauty of your path as a chosen one. God is asking you to hold space for the sacred process of becoming. He is shaping you into someone who not only knows the truth, but someone who can live it in a way that brings healing, light, and transformation to the world. So, as you reflect on this journey, the breakthrough is clear. The secret you've been protecting is not just something external, it's the divine transformation happening within you. You are being prepared to not only reveal the truth, but to carry it with the authority and clarity that can only come from a deep, personal transformation. And the tension you felt is not a sign of doubt, but a signal that you are in the final stages of this process. What God is asking of you now is patience and trust. You are closer than ever before. The signs you've seen are affirmations that you are on the right path, but they are also reminders that the work is still ongoing. This isn't about holding back forever. It's about holding on until the moment when you are fully aligned with the truth you carry, when your life itself becomes a reflection of the divine secret you've been guarding. There's a profound peace in realizing that the secret you protect is also protecting you, shielding you from stepping into something too soon, from revealing a truth that the world, or even you, aren't ready for. The spiritual transformation God is leading you through is sacred, and every step of this journey has been intentional. You may have felt moments of doubt, but those were merely growing pains, signs that your soul was expanding to hold more of God's truth. As you move forward, the anticipation remains. There will be a moment when the secret is revealed, but it will not be a moment of tension or uncertainty. It will be a moment of clarity, a divine alignment where everything falls into place, and you will know without a doubt that the time has come. Until then, continue to trust in the process. God has been with you every step of the way, and the breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you realize. This journey is not just about protecting a secret, it's about becoming the embodiment of that truth, fully transformed, fully aligned, and fully prepared to carry out the divine purpose for which you were chosen. As a chosen one, the insights you've gained from this journey have already begun to shape your understanding of your role and the weight of the secret you've been tasked to protect. You've come to see that this secret is more than just a piece of knowledge. It's a living, breathing part of your spiritual transformation. The tension you've experienced between guarding this truth and longing to share it is not just a challenge, but an essential part of the process that is molding you into who you are meant to become. Now, it's time to look ahead and reflect on how these insights can continue to shape your path forward. Protecting this secret isn't simply about withholding information. It's about how you live in alignment with your divine purpose. What does that mean for you as you step into the next phase of your journey? The answer lies in the recognition that your spiritual growth will be ongoing, and the secret you protect is deeply tied to the unfolding of God's plan for you. One of the most profound realizations is that your journey is not linear. As a chosen one, your path is marked by periods of waiting, growth, revelation, and refinement. Just as the secret has been shaping you, there will be new layers of understanding that you will encounter as you progress. What you guard today may evolve into something even greater tomorrow, but only if you continue to nurture your connection to God and trust in His timing. This idea of trust cannot be overstated. It's not about passively waiting for things to happen, but about actively engaging in your spiritual life, listening to the quiet guidance of God, and preparing yourself for the moments when you are called to act. The periods of stillness are not voids, they are rich with purpose, opportunities for deeper reflection, and times when your inner strength is being cultivated. Protecting the secret is also protecting your own spiritual foundation, allowing it to strengthen in God's hands until the time for revelation arrives. In addition to trust, there's an important shift in perspective that can help guide you forward. Rather than seeing the secret as something that isolates you, begin to view it as a source of empowerment. The wisdom you carry and the knowledge that you've been entrusted with sets you apart not for the sake of separation, but for the sake of leadership. This secret is preparing you for a role that may not yet be clear to you, but in time it will be. And when that time comes, the experiences you've gained through the discipline of guarding this truth will equip you to lead others with compassion, insight, and divine authority. One unique angle to explore is how this journey influences your relationships with others. As you continue to protect this sacred truth, you may have already noticed a shift in how you interact with the world around you. There's a growing awareness within you, a sense that not everyone will understand your path or the depths of your calling. While this can feel isolating at times, it's important to realize that God is refining your inner circle, guiding you toward relationships that will support your growth and purpose. The people in your life, both those who have remained and those who have left, are part of this divine alignment. Trust that God is not only shaping you, but also shaping your relationships so that when the time comes to step into your full purpose, you will be surrounded by those who are spiritually aligned with your path. As you move forward, it's also crucial to stay open to the new opportunities God is presenting to you. These opportunities may not always come in the form you expect. They could appear as challenges or situations that test your patience and faith. But remember, every obstacle is an invitation for growth. The secret you protect is not a static piece of knowledge. It's something that will continue to evolve as you grow. Each new challenge is an opportunity for you to deepen your understanding of this truth and prepare yourself for the moment when you are called to share it with others. In these moments, the temptation to reveal what you know can be strong. You may feel the desire to gain validation or to connect more easily with those around you by offering pieces of the sacred truth. But remember, your role as a chosen one is not about seeking approval from the world. It's about staying aligned with God's timing. Every time you choose to wait, to trust, and to protect what's been entrusted to you, you are taking another step toward fulfilling your divine purpose. This patience is not passive. It's a powerful expression of your faith and your commitment to God's plan for your life. One final perspective to consider as you continue forward is that protecting this secret is an act of love, both for yourself and for others. In withholding this truth until the right time, you are giving others the space to grow in their own journeys without overwhelming them with knowledge they aren't ready to receive. Just as you have undergone your own process of transformation, so too will others need to experience their own path of discovery. By honoring the sacred timing of when to reveal the truth, you are allowing God's grace to flow into their lives as well. This is where the secret you protect becomes a gift, not just for you, but for everyone it will eventually touch. As you continue to grow in wisdom, faith, and strength, you will know when the time comes to share this truth, and it will be done with clarity, love, and divine purpose. Until then, continue to trust in the process. The path ahead is unfolding exactly as it should, and every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your calling as a chosen one. In this video, chosen ones protect this secret at all costs, never risk revealing it. We've explored the deep spiritual responsibility of guarding a sacred truth, not just to keep it hidden, but to allow it to shape your growth and journey with God. You've learned that this secret is part of your transformation, preparing you for a higher purpose and divine alignment. The tension you've felt between revealing and protecting is part of God's plan to strengthen you for the right moment, when this truth will be fully lived and shared. Your patience, trust, and faith are vital in this process. As a chosen one, you are never alone in this journey. There is a community of others who are also on this sacred path, growing and learning alongside you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, join the Chosen Ones family, and share this message with others who may need encouragement. Engage with the comments below, connect with your fellow Chosen Ones, and continue building this supportive community. Together, we are stronger, and through unity, we can help each other grow in faith and purpose. If this message touched your heart and you'd like to support the Chosen Ones community, consider donating to our Patreon. Your contribution helps us continue to create spiritually enriching content for you and others on the sacred path. By giving, you're not only helping to grow this channel, but also strengthening the bond within our community, ensuring that we can keep uplifting each other on this journey. Every donation, no matter the size, makes a difference and allows us to reach more souls seeking spiritual guidance and connection. Thank you for being part of the Chosen Ones family.